Hey girl, hey, welcome back to the Your Pretty Pennies YouTube channel. I'm Tara Jones, financial and lifestyle success coach, and I am so excited. Happy May. Welcome back to the channel, and if you are new here, make sure you subscribe because you already know my content is lit. We already know that. We already understand all that. Make sure you subscribe and hit the like button to let me know that you like this video. For the month of May, before we get into today's topic, which is Dating 101, because my ladies have been asking for this video, especially after doing the Wedding on a Budget series, make sure that you click the link below in the description box to watch the Wedding on a Budget series. I need to get the views up for those and make sure you learn how to create the wedding of your dreams on a small budget, so you and your husband, your future husband, who may or may not even be in a picture right now, make sure that y'all are able to set yourselves up financially and be on a financially stable foundation as you get married by not blowing all your money on your wedding. That was the goal of that 10 video financial series on a wedding on a budget. All right. Now we're getting into dating because all of y'all is like, all right, sis, you done told me how to have a beautiful wedding on a budget. You done told me how y'all did y'all $5,500 wedding. All right, sis, how did you manifest the husband? Like, what did you do? What did dating look like? What did you feel like before you were married? And so the month of May, I'm going to start sharing all of that with you. I must warn you, if you think that dating and courting revolves around a man, you're sadly mistaken. Now, a man does play a part, obviously, because you're not dating yourself. However, it's a lot of work that you have to do in order to manifest the desires of your heart in any area. And you know that's what we're all about in this community. So be prepared. Grab a fresh new notebook. Y'all already know I have y'all writing stuff down, doing things, focusing on things, mindset shifts, actionable steps, all of that, right? Grab a fresh notebook, but then also grab a fresh notebook and head over to my Instagram, because on Instagram for this month, we're going to be talking about leveling up financially and financial glow up plans and all those things on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. I'll be posting here Monday, Wednesday, Saturday on Instagram. Tuesday, Thursday, and Fridays. And so we're going to be talking to all things femininity this month, and then dating and all things financial level up. All right. So make sure you follow me on Instagram at Your Pretty Pennies so you can get those live streams and join me live and ask your questions and all that good stuff. All right. With all of that said, let's get into Dating 101. Now, I love dating. Even as I'm, married. I've been married for the last 4 months, and I absolutely love dating. This is something that I do not have an issue with, like in my past videos. If you watch any of my past videos on femininity and, relationships with guys and things like that, I'm a daddy's girl, number one. And I just have a great relationship with men. The way I view men is that they're a compliment to me. They're not a headache. They're not predatory. They're here to serve me, to support me, to help me on my journey to manifesting the lifestyle I desire. Everything works for the greater good of me. Therefore, men do too, right? And so when I date, I have fun. Even if my dating was purposeful, which it was. And so that's one of the things we're going to get into, is to decide whether or not you're dating for fun or dating for marriage at this point in your life. But I just want to set the foundation that you should be having fun while dating. This is a time for you to get to know yourself, what you like, to explore the world, to have high quality experiences and all of that good stuff. So don't go into this month in this series that we're doing here in May thinking oh, this is going to be rigorous. You're not going to have fun. It requires all this work. It does not. Right? It just requires a few mindset shifts and you to relax and to drop into your feminine and allow a man to be a man. That's going to be the biggest work that you have to do. All right. So the first thing that I want you to do in your notebook is to define what dating is for you. All right. So is it social or is it intimate? For me, the term dating, contrary to society, Dating does not mean intimate. Dating means very social. Dating means we get out the house, we do stuff, we're getting to know each other. It's very surface level. I'm having fun, right? When I got into the, the months and months and months, and then, my now husband and I, his name is Darren, so I might as well just say his name. Whenever I say Darren, that's my hubs. So whenever Darren and I, when we start getting serious, it was still dating for me, right? I was still focused on having fun, creating a lifestyle that I desire, manifesting the life that I desire, while getting to know this person to see if he could potentially be the man who fathers my child that I already have and the future kids that I want, right? And so for me, before I started dating him, and I created a list and was like, okay, is it social or is it intimate? If it's both, at what point do you keep it social to where you're not Netflix and chilling, you're not out and you're not in the house boot up, he don't see your bedroom yet, he don't see all throughout your house, you don't know what your house look like, right? Because that should be reserved for people who are special. Like everybody that you date shouldn't know what your whole house look like, shouldn't be able to say how many shoes you have and how you brush your teeth, sis, right? That's intimate, right? Intimate does not mean sexual. Intimate means things that are behind closed doors that are private, and every man that you date, let's be clear, is not going to be the one. Therefore, there's going to be certain things that he don't get to see, right? And so, is it social or is it intimate? When it becomes intimate, how many months can it become intimate where he can start seeing your house, your room, your children, your family, all these other things? So you need to decide that for yourself. For my husband and I, we were dating for 3 months, and then we met each other's parents. And then, because we were dating for marriage, and then we introduced our kids to each other at about 6 months, and then by month 9, we were engaged, all right? So just a little timeline. Is there going to be sex, kissing, and hugging during your dating life? And is what stage? Remember, there's stages to dating. There's stages to this courting thing. There's levels to this, sis, right? So in the beginning, in the first couple of months, I was not kissing, hugging, loving on, lovey-dovey, being laid up with Darren. It just wasn't happening because why buy the cow when you can have the milk for free? You need to give them something to look forward to later in the courting process or to put a ring on your finger. Here's the thing about guys, and it's so funny because once my husband and I got engaged and married, and I was telling him some of the things, like he heard me talking on the phone to one of my coaching clients, because I do lifestyle success coaching. And so if you are interested in working one-on-one with me for any of these topics in dating life and leveling up in your personal life or financial life or whatever, definitely click the link in the description where you can get a strategy call. But he heard me talking on the phone, and I was giving all the gems to my private client, right? And he was like, oh my goodness, did you do these tips on me, or did you look at me this way? And was hearing all the things that I was saying. And I was like, yes. And he was like, it's so funny. As much as I want to deny all of this stuff is true. And here's some of the things I was saying. A man needs something to look forward to. Their nature is to chase you, is to conquer something, is to, overcome a challenge, is to be challenged. So for you, you have to be strategic when you're dating to where you don't give them everything up front. You got to give them something to look forward to, right? So in the beginning, the first couple of months, yeah, y'all talking on the phone. Yeah, you looking good. Yeah, you on dates, but they can't touch you. Yeah, they might be able to see your curves or see this or see that, see a little leg if you got your skirt on or whatever, but they can't touch you, right? And then as y'all get closer and y'all talking about dating and, engagement and marriage, okay, maybe they get a little peck on the cheek. They could kiss you on the lips. Y'all can get a little long hug, but they not having sex with you yet. Right? You got to give them something to look forward to. Drop them little carrots, right? If you on a racetrack, this is exactly how men are. If you don't put a carrot in front of them, they're going to stop running. They stop running, right? Like the horse on the racetracks, they put a carrot in front of them, so they constantly going for something. That's how men are. And if they get bored, they on to the next chick, somebody who's posing them a challenge. So your job is to constantly be a challenge, constantly level up, constantly be a high value woman. And we're going to talk about that in the next video. So if you're watching the video after the next one's already recorded, I'm going to link it in the cards or whatever. But Constantly be a challenge, and break your dating life up into months or weeks or sections, to where you tell yourself, okay, between month 0 and month 3, this is what I do with men. Months 3 to 6, this is what I do with men. Month 9 through 12, if they ain't put a ring on it, sis, let's be clear, it don't take all day to recognize sunshine. Month 9 through 12, they should be either having a ring, getting a ring, putting a ring on it, something, sis. Like, we ain't here all day, right? Especially the ladies who watch me. They probably already got kids already. They're single mothers. They're women who are in their late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s. We ain't got all day, sis. We are not 18. Like, we are not dating for years. That is not what we doing, right? All right. Another thing to define while you're dating is if you're accepting gifts, compliments, and attention. And I'm going to tell you right now, the answer is yes. Sis, the same coaching client that I had, I just adore her, but me and her, she's so cute. So basically, she was like, okay, I'm getting all this attention now that I'm opening myself up. I'm getting all this attention. Men want to buy me gifts. They want to spoil me. They want to do this. That is the role of a man. Society, or the people that has hurt us in the past when it comes to men, will have us thinking that men are savage, they want something from us, they are takers, they are abusers, they are good for nothing, when there are many high value men still left out here, sis. And if you have it in your mind that they're not, guess what? You're not going to attract them. So you have to open your mind up and do the work, the mindset work, to saying, I can and I will attract high value men who love to support, spoil me, are generous, are loving, are providers, are protectors, are cultivators, are teachers of the word to me. You got to create an affirmation around that, sis, so you can get it in your mind that that's what you absolutely can attract. Because if you have it in your mind that men don't spoil you, that they don't give compliments, that they're the prize, that they think they're all that they're abusers, that they're going to control you, all these other negative things that you think about men, that's all you're going to attract, right? We don't attract what we deserve. We attract what we think about and what we are. All right? So you need to do the mindset work, sis. If you feel like men can't do for you and they don't want to do for you. Men absolutely do for me and they want to do for me, right? Every time, it's so funny. Every time I'm loading up my car at the grocery store, a man always comes by and either grabs my cart, helps me with my groceries, helps me with something, moving something in the grocery store, helping me get something. Girl, I'm 5'9", almost 5'10", and there's men who are still trying to help me grab stuff off the top shelf as if I can't reach it. That's because I have the mindset of no matter where I go, whether it's my husband, whether it's my son, whether it's the neighborhood kids, whether it's the random stranger at the grocery store, men love to help me. They love to support me. They love to be generous to me. And that's what I attract, because that's what I affirm myself every day. And that's what I'm attracting, all right? So when you are dating, realize you are going to be attractive, especially if you're working on yourself, sis, especially if you're opening up to the idea of dating and being attractive to men. That's what dating is. It's attracting the opposite sex. That's what you want, right? So when guys give you attention, when they stare at you, when they like how you smile, when all this other stuff, that's a good thing, right? We have been conditioned to think that if a man says smile or likes that you smile, that's a bad thing. That's inviting to them. That's a good thing. You should smile. You should be attractive. You should be open, right? Right. All right. And gifts. Accept gifts, sis. Go back to my receiving video. If you have a problem with receiving, go to my YouTube channel, put Your Pretty Pennies Receiving, on how to receive gifts and receive better, and overcoming if you have a problem with receiving from men or people in general, because girl, you got to get over that, because men love to give. Men are givers. They're literally created to give, if you know what I mean, and women are literally physically, biologically created to receive. And so you need to learn how to receive just like men already knows how to give, all right? Next thing, know what you like and don't like. Do you like to go to the movies? Listen, this is all about you, sis. Before I start listing off some things to get you thinking, remember that this dating is all about you. Men desire to make women happy. And so if you meet a man and he's asking you, what do you want to do? What you like to eat? Where do you want to go? You like, I don't know. You pick something. I don't know. Give him some ideas because he's trying to get to know you. He don't know whether or not you like seafood. He don't know if you're an indoor person versus outdoor person, if you like fine dining or if you like the hole in the wall and the dives. Girl, I hope not, but I mean, you might. Hey, I don't know. He don't know if you like mini golf or if you're allergic to a lot of pollen and outdoor environments, so you need to be indoors on a date. He don't know any of this. So it is your job to delicately kind of drop seeds and hints on what you like and don't like while y'all are talking, while y'all are dating, so he can constantly get to know who you are and develop plans to take you out on a date that you will actually like. Again, do you like to go to the movies? Do you like outdoor adventures like hiking, biking, cycling, going to the beach? Do you like fine dining? Do you like movies? Do you like going to lounges and listening to music? Do you like paint and sit? Do you like golfing? Do you like going to the symphony and concerts and festivals? Do you like, going to food truck festivals? Like, what do you like? What do you like? Right? You cannot expect a man to come along and know what you like if you don't know what you like, sis. So like I told you, a lot of this stuff, when it comes to dating, we like to put it off on men. Men don't do this, men don't do that. No, you don't know what you want. What do you want? What is an ideal date for you during the day, during the night, on the weekend when you don't have your children, on the weeknight when their dad come to pick them up, on a weeknight when you don't have to work, on a weekend when you have the whole weekend off, sis? What do you want your weekends to look like, right? Then write that down. Remember, you got your notebook. Write this down so when you start meeting men and they're asking you, well, what you want to do? What do you like? What do you don't like? You can start telling them confidently that this is what I like. This is what I don't like. Darren was not about to take me hiking nowhere. Let's be clear. I like to go to the beach. That's about the outdoor activity that I like. I mean, I like to do a walk in the park and stuff like that, but I like fine dining. I have expensive taste. I'm high maintenance. It is what it is. It is what it is, right? So I had to articulate that to him. If he would have been booking us to do all this low value stuff, and you wouldn't have got me. You wouldn't have sealed the deal with me, right? So, but you have to know what you like. My best friend, she doesn't like fine dining. She don't even like restaurants, right? She likes outdoor adventure. She likes picnic in a park and things like that. So if a guy was trying to fine dine her, he wouldn't have sealed the deal with her, right? So you got to know what you want, all right? Then create a dating schedule. This goes hand in hand. So for my single mothers, I was a single mother for 10 years until I met my husband, and then we got engaged in 9 months, and we were married less than 6 months later after our engagement. So for me, I had to create a dating schedule. So I'm a full-time mom, single mother, so that therefore she never went with her dad. I always had her, right? And so I had to create a schedule where on the weekends I had to find her something to do, whether that was her going over her friend's house for play dates because she was older, or going over my parents' house. So I had her doing stuff with her cousins, with my sister, with my mom, with some of her dad's, like her dad's side of the family who actually do come around. And then I would date when she's gone. During the week, I absolutely did not date. So Sunday through Thursday nights, I did not date. Now, during the day, I did take lunch and brunch dates because she was at school and I worked for myself. So I was able to take lunch dates and brunch dates during the day while Taryn was at school, and I was able to date in the evenings or late afternoons, early evenings, late evenings when Taryn was doing something on either Friday night or Saturday night. So I had my schedule set up for dating because this was something that was important to me. And remember, this is not a chore. This is something you get to do, not something you have to do. Remember, all the guys that you date are not going to be the one. However, all the guys that you date will desire to have fun with you and to cater to you and to be generous to you and to buy you gifts and to create high quality experiences. And so whether you're dating for fun or whether you're dating for marriage, have fun, sis, right? Guys like when women are childlike and playful like that. Have fun, stay in that posture, stay relaxed, all right? How would you meet people? That's the thing. If you sit in your house all day, every day, how are you going to meet somebody, sis? Right? So are you going to get on online dating apps? Are you going to do the Facebook dating, I guess, that they do now? Are you going to go to more networking events in your city? One thing that I was doing, I was going to more networking events. I literally, at the top of the month, would go, and I do this for business mostly, but also it's a great way to meet guys who are like-minded, guys that you know who are about their business, especially if you're about your businesses. You want a man who's doing, doing stuff, moving and shaking, moving around, right? So you can look at, in your city, what networking events are being held, or other social events are being held, galas and balls and networking events and mixers and all different types of stuff that people throw on throughout the city. Go online. You can go on Facebook events. You can go online and start Googling some stuff. Go on Eventbrite and start seeing what type of people are RSVPing for this stuff, and also what type of crowd they bring, and think about the ideal guy that you would want to date, and if he would be in that area, if he would be in that type of environment, that type of scene, and then you go, right? The cable guy is not about to be on your doorstep every day asking you to go out. So you gonna have to be seen. You have to position yourself to be seen. This is called positioning. Position yourself to be seen. Now, one thing, and we're gonna talk about this in another video, how to be a high value woman. You do never initiate, you never chase a man, you never choose a man, right? However, what you do is you are positioning yourself and opening yourself up and showing yourself friendly and open to dating. That's what you do. That is the key. A lot of times men don't approach women because of the look that they have on their face. Their energy that they're giving off is like, get away from me. Don't talk to me. I'm about my business. I'm running just into the grocery store. Don't talk to me. Don't touch me. Don't look at me. I got my headphones on. I got my head down into my phone. You're not inviting, right? So then a man is not going to come up to you. A man takes the path of least resistance. Point blank, period. So if he look at you, he gonna size you up and saying, what's the likelihood of me getting her number? I really don't like a rejection. So what's the likelihood of me getting rejected? If it's high, I'm gonna leave her alone. I don't care how good she look. When they made women, they ain't start making. When they made her, they ain't start making women. That's how they think, right? And so we have to be open and ready and willing to be approached. All right. So dating for fun versus dating for marriage. Dating for fun is practicing being around masculine men, having company of men, and high value experience. So if you are just dating for fun, you really don't have a goal to be married at this point, date for fun, right? Again, your goals is to just be around masculine men, have fun, have high value experiences, learn how to receive, learn how to be around men, practice on what to do and what not to do, practice your femininity skills, which we'll be going over all throughout this month, and then just focus on that. For a long time, I was not dating for marriage. I had my daughter when I was 21. I always wanted to be married, but I just wasn't in the mood to be married. Like, I don't know what else there is to say. I didn't want to be married at 22. I didn't want to be married at 25. I didn't want to be a mother, let alone be married, but it was what it was. My actions caused me to be a mother. And so I was a darn good mother, and I threw myself into motherhood. However, I knew I wasn't really desiring marriage. And so I dated for fun. I had boyfriends, and I was okay with that, right? However, once I turned like 28, 29, I was like, all right, I took a hiatus. I started to learn what marriage looks like, started studying what marriage felt like and what godly women and marriages did and things like that. And then I opened myself up to being married. And then once I started dating for marriage, the only person I ever dated since then was my husband. And it's been so cool because I met him right after I opened myself up to be dating for marriage. And dating for marriage means all the above. You still want high quality experience. You still want to have fun. You still want to get practice around masculine men. But also, you're comparing that person to your love list. You are actively saying, looking at him, sizing him up, looking for red flags, saying, okay, can this be my future husband? Can he be the father of my children? Can I do life with him? Will he be a great provider? Will he be a great covering? Does he love Jesus? Do our values align? You start getting more into the nuances of dating for marriage, and we're going to do a separate video on that as well. So that's very different than dating guys who may not check all your boxes on your love list. And on the next couple videos, we're going to talk about the love list and how to create that and what I did to create mine. versus dating someone just to have a good time. Because I've dated some great men in my past, adored them. They're not my husband. Would have never even think about marrying them. However, we shared a great year together, great 3 years together, and it was so much fun. Didn't have no kids, didn't have no strings attached. Like, it was absolutely fun. And so you can date for either, in my opinion. You just need to know what you're looking for and what you want and what you like, all right? The last thing I want to say, because this video is getting kind of long, we're almost 25 minutes in, is always look good. Remember, when you open yourself up to dating, it's like God is like, all right, let me set the universe up to where these men are coming out the woodwork, right? And so whether you're going to the grocery store, whether you're going to your kids' school in the morning and dropping them off, whether you're running, errands, look good. Always look good. Whether you're at the gym, look good. Look cute, because you never know where you're going to find and where you're going to run into your future husband. Remember, when a man, this is biblical, when a man sees a woman, he sees his wife. A woman, she can choose many men to do life with, to be the man who provides, protects, and covers her household and cultivates her, right? However, when a man sees a woman, and they are very visual creatures, they need to see the outer just as much as the inner, right? And so you need to be showing off. You are a walking billboard, a walking advertisement saying, hey, I'm open to dating. I look good. I have all these qualities. You need to market yourself to where they end up seeing all those inner qualities that you have. If your outer is off-putting, they won't even know all the work that you do, how spiritual you are, how much of a prayer warrior you are, how much of a godly woman you are, if you're outputting on the exterior, right? Men are visual creatures, and the outside is just as important as the inside. You can love Jesus all you want. You can be a dope cook. You can be a dope wife, all you want to be. But if you do not look good, they're like, yeah, nah, sis, right? So make sure you always look good. No matter where you go, you look your best. And every day, every week, you're trying to look your best. And we're going to get more into that into this series. And remember that attractive people attract people. You're going to attract all types of men. It is your job to be detached in this moment. We're going to talk about creating your love list, especially those who are dating for marriage. Be detached. Don't be so caught up in who it is. Be caught up in the value of the man that's in front of you, right? And so when you create your love list, you're going to create it from a place of, I want to be with this type of man. I desire to be with this type of man who makes me be the best woman, wife, and mother that I can be. And whoever's in front of you, you're comparing them to that love list. You're going to attract all different types of guys. Some low value men, medium value men, high value men. It is your job to say, no thank you, no thank you, no thank you, yep, I'll keep you around, yep, I keep you around. And you can date more than one person, because to me, dating does not mean sex, which means I can go on a date with 2 guys in a week, and that's perfectly fine. It's not okay if 2 guys are seeing your household, being around your kids, being up later, babe up, you cooking for them, they waking up. That ain't what we do, and that's not dating, sis, right? All right, so keep those things in mind as we get through this series all month. I'm so excited. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions regarding dating, men, femininity, how to act around men, attractive masculine men, because we're getting into all of that, and so I would love to answer your questions along the way. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye bye.